Hi, I'm Jess. I'm a failure analysis analyst here at Covalent Metrology, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a case study we did for a customer who was experiencing some unwanted power cycling and connectivity issues on one of their systems. So first we analyzed the power connectors on their circuit boards. We started by doing a mechanical cross-section of the power connectors and looking at the through-pin connections. We found that there was a lot of delamination in these areas. Once we provided that information to the customer, they sent us more components of these power connectors prior to being placed in the circuit boards. We analyzed these at different steps of the pre-tinning and cleaning processes, and we were able to identify a lot of contamination on these units using electron microscopy and energy dispersive spectroscopy. In doing so, we found that they were contaminated prior to the pre-tinning process before going into the circuit boards. By identifying this, we were able to give that information back to the customer, and they were able to modify their cleaning processes so they were able to avoid some of that issue and avoid that delamination in those power connectors and fix that issue. So first, in our analysis, we started by doing a mechanical cross-section of these power connectors and looking at the through-pin components. We first cut them on a diamond wire saw, and then we used various polishing wheels with silicon carbide polishing discs to get it nice and polished so we could put it then on our Keyence VHX to get images to provide to the customer. In our analysis, we found that there was delamination between the through-pin connectors of these power connectors and the PCB. This can cause an issue because it can cause poor connectivity. And after we provided that information to the customer, they came back and actually sent us more of these power connectors prior to being placed in their circuit boards and wanted us to examine them at different steps in the cleaning process and also before the pre-tinning process, which is another process in which they tin the pins before putting them in the PCB. So first we started by doing just a visual inspection on the stereoscope and were able to identify some spots that looked like they could be contamination. We then used the JEOL PS500 scanning electron microscope to image them, and then on the same tool did energy dispersion spectroscopy. Using these techniques, we were able to identify different contaminants on the through pins prior to the pre-tinning process. Once we gave this information back to the customer, they were then able to modify their cleaning process prior to the pre-tinning and were able to fix this issue, and we have since seen no more delamination in these through-pin components on their power connectors. If you are experiencing similar issues, either related to this case study or really any issue with any sort of electrical connections on your circuit boards, we are happy to perform mechanical cross-section, SEM, EDS, a variety of different techniques. Reach out to us on our website and we can get that quoted for you.